Hello and welcome from the Bristly, stranger. We are into something new today. Well, new to the channel. It's been out for a few years. Battletech. The reason I'm going to look at this, I have backed the Kickstarter and we have just heard that it should be coming soon, probably to the UK between September and October. That will be fantastic, just in time for my birthday. With that in mind, I want to keep the hype up for myself by coming back to have a look at the computer game. I have played the campaign and finished it, but career mode is something new to me. I've had a dabble with it just to have a look, and I think it might be a nice thing to investigate on the channel. We've had a couple of volunteers on our Discord for Mech Jocks. We're going to be starting a new career. Let's have a look at some of the options that we can start our career with. So here we go. We've got unequipped mechs, fine. This is all the normal stuff. We're playing with Iron Man, so no save scumming. Parts, we can put this all the way up to 8, but I like getting new mechs, so we're going to keep it at 3. Random starting mechs, this will be interesting, because obviously it's random, so it'll be different every time. Hopefully we get some good ones. I think we get 3 light and 2 medium, but we'll have to have a look when we get in there. Reduce the upgrade costs on our ship. No, we're going to keep that the same. We're going to have all of these on normal. Obviously we can put it on easy or hard. We're going to keep it down the middle on everything. Mech destruction we are going to switch on. So if one of our mechs gets caught out, it will be destroyed and no longer available. We can't fix it even. I don't know whether we get parts from it, but it's certainly off the roster. This will be one of the things that will end our run if we run out of mechs that are usable. We're also going to switch lethality on, which means if any of our pilots get hit to the point where they are dead, so caught out or taken enough damage to wound them, they're dead. They're gone for good. We've got some people that have volunteered, so hopefully I don't want to get anyone killed. No rare salvage, we're definitely leaving that switched off. We want all that rare stuff. This puts us on the difficulty of a full 1.0. So this is kind of normal difficulty straight down. There's no kind of wimping out on things. We've got to kind of do our best. With that in mind, we will have 3 different end conditions. Before we talk about any of our endgame scenarios though, we have got to have our character. So here I am, here's Bristly, just like me. My forehead scar's not quite as big as this, but I have got one. We are going for the House Merrick, which is the Free Worlds League. Namely because I like the purple eagle that they've got there. They are kind of one of the 5 main Inner Sphere factions. I don't know too much about Battletech, but I do know that little bit there. We kind of left on our 16th birthday, we struck out on our own, and whilst we're on our own, we made a living as a Solaris gladiator. So in the mech fighting pits, fighting generally one-on-one against other mechs. This gives us our starting profile. I think everything starts at 2, and we get our bonuses thanks to our background. So yes, we are in the Free Worlds League. I think that is our starting location as well. We get bonus to piloting and tactics and to gunnery. That's fine. We are going to tweak our little symbols and things for our mercenary warband. Let's have a look at that now. So we are a mercenary commander. We're in charge of a lance of mechs. Now, generally people inherit mechs. They're a big, expensive piece of gear. We are in charge of a group. We've got our ship. We go around. Basically, the game ends with a score. We play for a set amount of time. If we last that long, we are going to get a score. I've never really played the mercenary career, so I don't really know what the kind of end goal is going to be or what a good score is. So hopefully we do alright. Before we have a look at our mechs and our crew, which, yeah, I'm very excited to see what we've got a few things on this. For a start, we've got our logo up here, Bristly's Marauders. The name's fine, we're going to change this to something else. We've got a 1,000, no, 1 million sea bills. That is our currency. We're going to have to be paying outgoings on the ship, wages for our crew and our pilots. Yeah, we're going to have to keep an eye on money. One way we can finish the game is by going bankrupt. Another way is by losing all of our pilots or our mechs. Another way is by days remaining counting down to 0. Now this is 1,200 days, which seems like a long time, but you soon burn through them with repairs and upgrades, so hopefully we'll keep that to a minimum. Let's have a look at our fabulous pilots. So in the barracks we have got 5 pilots. We can have up to 8. I don't think we take one because we get our own cabin as commander. But we've obviously got Bristly, here I am. We've got some XP. Can we get some more in shooting? We can't quite get enough for gunnery. Maybe we do take guts, get that up a little bit. No, do you know what? We won't bother doing that. We'll save this for the next tier. I kind of want to go for gunnery. I like the big mechs. We've also got 3 other recruits. We've got Blackthorn.
Ready for orders.
He's got no XP, so we can't do anything. His stats, that's not a bad roll. Maybe he's going to be one of our super quick pilots. Yeah, Senselock, very good for the light mechs. We have also got Mike.
Got something you want done?
He's very low on his rolls. That's a shame. And we have got Rivercush.
Confirmed.
And again, very low on the rolls. That's okay. I did kind of try and customise the photos. In fact, if I go into customise, yeah, but it doesn't seem to take on the main page. I don't know if that's going to carry on or not. But hey-ho. And now the bit I'm really looking forward to, examining our mechs. First up, we have got a medium mech, the Enforcer. It was the workhorse of the Federated Suns in the Succession War era, produced by Akanir Battle Mechs in 2727. It's got an AC-10, that's an autocannon 10. That is almost the biggest autocannon you can get. Some big damage from that. It's also got a large laser, which I'm not overly fond of, and a small laser. It has got 5 energy weapon slots. So hard points. So we could take that large laser out and put smaller medium lasers in. We haven't got any at the minute, so we will be swapping around. It has got jump jets, but it isn't that fast. It has got a fair chunk of armour though. If he gets up close, he's going to smash them in melee. He'll get a shot with the small laser as well. Pretty good, solid mech. Next up, we've got a Blackjack, made by General Motors in the decades before the fall of the Star League, and mainly used in the periphery. That's the edge of kind of civilized, inverted commas, space. Commissioned in 2757 as an anti-insurgency and fire support mech. Originally, it had a large engine with flamers, but they were replaced with the more reliable AC-2, which is a long-range light autocannon. It also has 4 medium lasers and jump jets. If you're not careful, it's going to run hot. In the story campaign, this is the starting mech, so hopefully I can remember how best to use it. We have also got a Panther. I love the paint job on this. We've gone for a 2-tone purple with yellow highlights, and yeah, looks really good on the Panther. Mostly iconically used by the Draconis Combine, designed in 2739 by the Star League to provide fire support for other light, fast-moving mechs. Originally it had a large laser, but that has been swapped out on this model for a PPC, that's a particle projection cannon. It has also got an SRM, that's short-range missiles. It's got a 4-pack for those. They're obviously a lot more close quarters. It has also got jump jets for tactical repositioning. Next up, we have got the Firestarter, which I was really hoping we'd get a Firestarter. This is a good tactical mech. Designed by Argyle Technologies in 2550, but after the Third Succession Wars, they were built by Coventry Metalworks. after Argyle HQ was destroyed. They're fast and manoeuvrable, and it's got 4 flamers and 2 machine guns. So in melee combat it can also fire all 6 of those weapons. If it gets up close, it's going to cause serious problems for even big mechs, especially overheating in this game. Not that there is any infantry in this version of the game, but this guy's their worst nightmare. The machine guns, the flamers, they can burn the cover, they can wipe out units straight away. On the tabletop, not a very high battle value either. Very good. It has also got a couple of medium lasers. In this version of the game we have problems with evasion, so I can use those to plink off a couple of those evasion chevrons as it moves in ready for a kill. And finally we have the good little boy, the Commando. Nobody really likes the Commando, but it is a good staple. The Commando was the second mech designed by Coventry Metal Works. Not as fast as some of the other light mechs, but it does have more armour. Used for nearly 600 years by the Lyrans and is still a good stock mech for the Federated Commonwealth. Our version's got an SRM-4 and an SRM-6, also got a medium laser as backup. This is the only one of our 5 mechs that doesn't have jump jets, but it does have 6 hardpoints, so we could add some if we wanted. I think at the moment we will probably be leaving this one as it is. If we have a quick look at the store, oh, there's an awesome part there. I'd love an awesome, but yeah, $1 million just for one part, and we need 3 parts to build one. There's a Jenner part, Griffin, Grasshopper. Griffin, again, another mech I like. We kind of came to have a look at special weapons though. So if we go to weapons, we've got an LRM-20. Oh, that's pretty good. +1 stabilizing damage. A 20 pack, yeah, great weapon. I'm tempted to buy this right now, in fact. We're not going to equip it, though.
New weapon systems available.
Not just yet. It's going to take time to equip it. So when we've got repairs, we will equip it then. If we look at our available contracts, now these are all on the planet we're on. We've got some pirate jobs. Probably don't really want to be working with the pirates, but we need money, we need parts. Yeah. We will probably not spend a whole video on each of these. I think what we're going to do, we are going to do highlights. So especially with these early missions, they're going to be a little bit pathetic. There's not going to be a lot of action. We're going to be against paltry little mechs. Let's see if we can get through a few of them, get some cash and some parts behind us. So I think before we work for the planetary people, we're going to take these pilot jobs. We're going to take 3 mech parts. Well, the choice of 3, we actually get 12 parts in total. It ups our thing with the pirates, our reputation. We'll probably do both of the pirate ones. It is going to lower the planetary people that are here, but that's fine. We can build that up again. So we're all set up ready for the mission. We're not taking the fire starter. It is polar, so that is cold. That's good. Our hot mechs will be running a little bit cooler. Our 5th pilot hasn't been named yet, so if you do want your name in the game, let me know in the comments. Let's see if we can get our 5th pilot named up ready. We have got everybody in their seats. Their skills aren't quite high enough to give them benefits in battle just yet. We are going to be earning some XP. Let's get through some missions. On our first mission, we are occupying a base to steal stuff out of a warehouse. The first bits we've got to look out for are the turrets, so we're going to be moving in and taking them out as quickly as possible, minimising our own damage. There's probably going to be some reinforcements later on though. Without taking too much damage, we managed to not only occupy the base, but also take out the final turret. I think we mainly got lucky because they'd got no spotters. We could take these out one by one, have it all on our own terms. One advantage of the computer game, we can hold position, reserve our move and let them come to us. That way we've still got fairly decent invasion chevrons. They're going to come in, Again, we're going to have it all on our terms. The first little mech coming over the hill, it is a Locust. It is the V1 variant, one of the most common mechs in existence. Made by Burgeon Industries in 24.99. I think the only mech I know that is smaller is the Flea. It is small and fast with a top speed of 129 kilometers an hour. It does have to rely on its speed though. It has very weak armor. In this game it gives it extra evasion chevrons. In the board game it's having heavy movement modifiers for anyone firing against it. A good recon mech, good for spotting and bringing in indirect fire from other units. Also good for clearing out infantry. It is a smaller mech, you don't want to be committing your bigger guys to it. The Locust will easily take out a lot of infantry, especially this guy with his machine guns as well. There are loads and loads of variants of this one throughout the years. It shouldn't be too much of a threat and we should be able to take them out without much hassle. We've now got the Enforcer coming in after all of the other three mechs have taken pot shots at this Locust, brought its chevrons right down. It's got hardly any evasion. We're firing that big AC-10 at it. It's giving it a real bad day. That way we're going into the next round. He's going to be on the floor. He's going to be behind our fast mechs. Once this guy's gone, we can then focus down that little Commando. Going into the next round, we've got Blackthorn with our good little boy. He runs it up the slope, he switches on all of the guns. We can do a cold shot to whatever part. We're aiming for the centre torso. We are just going to kill this Locust and get him out of the way. That leaves 3 other mechs to deal with the Commando.
Ready to get it on.
Because the enemy Commando had already had his turn, we can then take our time with our next 3 mechs. We could have fired in any order. You may notice that I'm having to switch weapons off because we're running a bit hot. We have been using jump jets with all of them, it's hardly surprising. I did coal shots to the legs, tried to knock it over. We were trying to knock both its legs off, that way we would have got more parts out of it. But in the end we just cored out its centre torso with our big AC-10. If we'd have hit the leg, I'm sure it would have ripped it straight off. That's the first mission out of the way, and it was quite an easy one. So we made a bit of money, we got a reputation adjust, we got 10% extra, so that was good, we did all the extras. We didn't really take much damage, that's all good to know, and a bit of XP. More importantly, we got some parts. We could have had more, but there's only 4 to choose from. We're going to end up with all of it, so we might as well just take anything. We have got another mission for the pirates. We have turned down the cash a bit. I'm not as worried about the cash, not at the moment anyway. We're looking for 4 parts out of 18 in total that we are choosing. Obviously it is lowering our rep with Canopus, but that's fine. I think we will be able to get that back. Most of the missions will probably be for them. On this one we are moving through the mountains looking to take out an enemy patrol. At this difficulty level it's probably going to be vehicles with maybe a few light mechs. The first mech that comes in, it's a Spider, designed in 2650 by Newhart Industries and used by the Star League as a light recon mech. The standard stock variant is a 5V, it has 2 medium lasers, but this one has got 1 and 2 machine guns. It's almost as fast as the Locust and has excellent jump capabilities, much better than some other light mechs like the Wasp. This one is coming in, it's also going to be spotting for other vehicles in the patrol. We have some indirect fire coming in, that is thanks to the Spider spotting for them. The other 2 vehicles, they didn't shoot on us, they are definitely vehicles, probably some kind of tanks. As we move up, we kind of lose sight of the Spider. I'm not so worried about that. I think that will show itself again. We can spot the 2 tanks though, they are galleons. The galleon is a light combat vehicle produced in 2692. Its main role is to support infantry and battle mechs, as in this case. They're not well armoured, they carry a single medium laser with 2 small lasers. They are fast, but not in this kind of terrain. They are the weakest link. We want to be taking these out as quick as possible. They should go down a lot quicker than the Spider. They will be spotting for that indirect fire exactly the same. Our Panther's PPC and the big AC-10 make short work of the galleons. As we get a bit more indirect fire, we are told that we've got reinforcements coming in. That should be fine.
Looks like enemy reinforcements.
The Spider makes the mistake of not going top speed, so we can now surround it with all 4 of our guys. We give the Spider 4 alpha strikes. It just proves what a tough little guy he is. Its evasions get rid of most of the hits, but it just cannot stand up to this punishment. The last part of the enemy patrol is coming in now. It is a Striker light tank. It was designed as a combined project between Valiant Systems and Wonderland Enterprises, which then became Valiant Vehicles. The Striker was their first vehicle off the production line, and it was so popular they couldn't keep up with demand. It is low cost fire support, it has an LRM 10 pack, it also has an SRM 6 which can do some serious damage. As Blackthorn proves in the Commando, it's got an SRM 6 and an SRM 4, some serious damage output, takes out that Spider's leg, knocks it to the ground and incapacitates the pilot. There's going to be some good salvage there. We are taking fire from elsewhere. This Striker is spotting for them, so we need to take it out as quick as possible. It has took a little bit of damage. The Enforcer jumps in. It is generating quite a lot of heat now, but with an alpha strike can take out that Striker no problem. As we move up, we find the reinforcements. It is a Locust 1M, that is the long-range missile variant. There is also a Panther. As we move up though, Mike in our Panther shows it the power of a PPC.
Hostile removed.
The Panther moves forward and takes a pot shot at River Kush in our Blackjack.
You need me to hold still for you? Giving him everything I've got.
But it's now 4-on-1. The Panther, it is good solid mech, but it can't stand up to this kind of punishment. So that's another easy mission out of the way with a lot of good salvage and experience for our guys.
Mission successful.
Okay, so we made some cash, we made some enemies, that is fine. Parts, XP even, look at all that. Everyone's topped up nicely, we really must assign some of that XP. Good kills all round. The parts, we get the choice of 4. Now, we haven't got any of these. We're going to take the Panther, always good to have them. We've got 3 Spider K. Do you know what? We might as well take that. Not my favourite mech, but I don't think there's anything else down here I want. That is a complete mech. What else did we get? We also got the Locust parts. We got some LRMs. We got some medium lasers and small lasers. Very good.
That mech you asked for is cleared for fighting.
So a completed Spider. It is a variant. This one doesn't have 2 medium lasers, but 1 and a couple of machine guns. Wouldn't really want to get it in close, really. If we did have infantry, this would be a good way of getting rid of them, but it's got such little armour, it's just going to get wrecked. Our portraits have updated now. We have got some more XP. I am going to take the split fire, although perhaps Bristly isn't the best one to have that. Yeah, his mech's not really got a lot of range. We're going to take it anyway.
Training complete.
I want that for future proofing, really. Blackthorn,
Commander?
he's very close to this target lock. He's 100 XP off, so we're not spending anything with him. Mike,
Yes, Commander.
we could do with some more gunnery skill. Do you know what? We will get 2 ticks in that.
Training confirmed, Commander.
And River, do you know what? We'll have the same with you. Excellent.
MechWarrior
We are
training
all
complete.
done. So we have got this spider in our base now. It has got AC hardpoints. I did not know that. Very cool. At the minute, it has got absolutely nothing. I think we are going to send it to storage. We are upgrading things. In fact, I haven't done that. I'll go and do that right now before I forget. But we're going to send this to storage. On our upgrades, we've already got 1 mech bay. Our second one, we need repaired power conduits, which is fine. We've got to do that first. Power systems up here, repaired power conduits. It's not costing us too much. It's going to take 10 days. Obviously, we're not moving the days on at the moment. I'm going to purchase that though.
But we'll get it done.
Excellent stuff. We are dipping just below our 900,000 again. We're getting close to that million, even though we did buy that rocket pod. So obviously today has been mainly setting up the series. We got through a couple of missions. I think on the next one we're going to try and belt through as many of those easy missions as possible. If you have spotted any glaring mistakes, please do point them out in the comments. Always ready to be corrected. My knowledge of Battletech isn't that vast, so always ready to correct it. If there's something that you do want to know about that I missed, I will research it and find out for you. And also we've got our 5th pilot that needs naming as well. So if you want to become that 5th pilot, drop your name in the comments. First come, first serve. I will save anyone that doesn't get through just in case we need more pilots in the future. With lethality switched on, if anyone gets killed, they are gone for good. But if you did enjoy today's video, do consider supporting the channel. Very much appreciated. But for now, I've been the Bristly Stranger. Thank you so much for watching, and hopefully we will see you next time.